Hello, guys. Welcome to another episode. This is weekly focus on goals. So, we're gonna look at goal rundown for this coming week. Look at what happened last week and what we should be expecting this coming week. If this is your first time joining, make sure to click on the subscription button, share, like, comment your own reviews on this particular rundown. So let's quickly get into it. So this is the weekly time frame on Xauusd. All right. So, what happened the whole of last week? We had sell from last week. The whole of last week, gold was selling all up to Friday. After we had news of peace from the Middle East. So, with that said, gold rallied to the upside back. So buyers came back into the market. So we're gonna see if we are going to be having a bullish market for this coming week or not. So first, looking at the dollar index, so my focus for this coming week on DXY. I expect the XY to be selling this coming week. All right. So I'm bearish on the dollar index this coming week. So this was pretty much an analysis done since I think 2 weeks ago, right? So we had this, it has respected, and this was a level which I was expecting the dollar index to start selling from. So this coming week, I expect a proper confirmation if the dollar index can be able to close below this. So I expect price to contact this, all right? Can be able to close below this and run down to this level. So this should be a target for the sales. So if that should happen, then I say I'm bearish on the XY for this coming week. So this is the daily time frame and this is the outlook. So this was the recent supply zone which price reacted from on Friday and started rejecting. Then we saw how buyers came in on XCUSD and also with the news that came out of peace talk between Iran and US. So that being said, I'm expecting a bullish market on gold for this coming week. All right. So we know that the previous week we've been targeting this weekly low at around 41. All right. We have been targeting that weekly low and price has actually taken out that and reacting from a nice key zone as well. All right, reacting from a nice key zone as well. So this should be able to hold the buyers. Look at the rejection also from the zone. All right, they should be able to hold for the buys. So expect gold to buy this coming week to take out this high. All right, then there is a supply zone also above this particular previous week high. So I'll be expecting price to buy before any sales. If possible, you want to have any continuation. So looking at this weekly time frame, you see we are bullish, and this is the recent demand zone holding the buys for the moment. All right. If anything you want to drop, if gold should break this level, then expect it to come right up to this other area here. Get it? So that is the weekly. Then let's look at the daily time frame. All right. So daily time frame. So this is what we have on the daily time frame. Okay. So we can see uh, a market structure to the downside, break of change of character, break of structure to the downside. So this is the recent supply zone which has not been mitigated. Okay. So that is where we'd be expecting price to sell to buy up to. All right, and then we have that weekly high, which is the buy side liquidity. We're expecting price to rally to that level. So from this coming week, just expect some little pullback, and then we have that push to target this level. So from here, we'll have a decision if price wants to continue dropping or if gold will now establish the bullish structure. All right, continuing with the bullish trend. If the sell corrections, if they're done, then this level will hold for the buys and will continue with the uptrend from this point. If not, then this level is going to push more down to the extreme zone, which I did show on the weekly time frame. So this is the recent zone we have, all right, on the daily time frame. So remember from the previous week, most people have been waiting for this other zone here. So what happened was gold just did some consolidation from this level, and then we just had an expansion to the downside. All right, so price has not also mitigated that other level up there. So we see price has not come back to this other supply zone. All right, so we have this and then we have this, but this is the very recent one. So this is going to be the first target for this coming week. Okay, that's going to be the first target for this coming week. So let's get to the 4 hour time frame. So we see what we have. So this is the daily time frame. Okay, so we know we have what a break of structure from this level, and then also have another break from this point. So that is a recent break we have, and that is the other block zone which led to the break of structure. Simple as that. So 4 hour time frame. What do we have a 4 hour time frame? Possible pullback levels for the buyers. If you want to look at buying opportunity to target this sell zone we have here. All right, so this is 4 hour time frame, and yeah, so we have a bearish structure there. So this is a pullback. All right, so this is a pullback from this buy zone. So with that, we also have some levels of imbalance. All right, we have fair value gap here on this 4 hour. So you can see there was some sort of rejection on the 4 hour time frame. From Friday, we could see this how price has been rejecting from here. That's because there is a zone there as well on the 1 hour time frame. Okay, when we get to the 1 hour time frame. So this is a fair value gap. So will this fair value gap be able to hold price back to the downside, or are we going to have a break up to this sell level? So you have to watch out for this fair value gap and also this possible sell area we have here. So price can either sell from here or from this level. All right. So expecting that. So if price should respect this fair value gap, so what you will have to do is get your sell confirmation. All right. Get your sell confirmation, and then you sell back to this discount level. And if you are selling back to that discount level, you still have to continue with the buys to this level. You will still have to continue with the buys to that level. So the main target is this supply zone we have here first. That would be the main target. So this will be the main target for the buys. All right. So opening, two things can happen. The market can respect this fair value gap, drop. Take note, we have the imbalance here as well. So from where this market has been rejecting from was a breaker block zone. All right, we had a breaker block zone which price was rejecting from. So it can just push from there. If it gives a confirmation from this fair value gap, it's going to drop back. If not, it's going to break from this level, can give a retest, then you continue to this sell zone. So from here, this is going to be the next roadblock for either sellers coming back to the market or for the market to break out and then continue with the bullish move. Knowing fully whether the XY, we expect the XY to be selling as well. So you know the bullish momentum as well should also be high. All right, should also be high. Also have to take note that we are still in a season of geopolitical tension. So anything can actually happen. The market structure can actually change at any time. So you see this level which the market has been consolidating on Friday. So Friday, I decided to stay out because when the news came out and then we had these buys on Thursday, so I knew Friday was going to be a consolidating market and it was not late for me. We had a good run from the week, so I just decided to stay out on Friday and avoid the stress. So the market did nothing on Friday, it was just consolidating at this breaker block zone. So we just had consolidation from there. So this is levels holding the buys, this breaker block zone. So meaning that we have that breaker block zone and then we have this other block zone here. Okay. So those are the two levels for buys for Monday. Okay. So the market can just do a little pullback, maybe it takes out some liquidity from New York low, all right, and then push to the upside. So take note of these two zones for buys, the breaker block and this other block. So these two zones, they should be your levels to look out for buying opportunities. All right, there should be a levels to look out for buying opportunities. You can look at a great impulse move from here. So one thing that usually happens is that when we have, especially on gold, you see gold leaving a particular zone with such displacement and breaking a key resistance level as well, which could have continued with the selling structure, did a break, there is a high possibility that price will not come back here immediately. There's always that high possibility that price will not come back here immediately. It is going to push to the level where the selling market originated from, and this is the supply zone. This is where the sales started from the previous week, all right? From the start of the week, from last week, exactly. So it will just possible 70% chance it will respect this breaker block and rally to this level. So two things can happen. Price can just spike up, continue with the bullish move, or it gives some little retracement and then continue. Coming back to this other block zone here, the origin of this buy is from this level. It's very slim. So take note. So you can, when you see the market moving from this zone, so just know you will not have that push to this level from Monday. It will just start rallying to this sell zone. So that is my outlook for uh, this coming week. So I'll be looking out for buying opportunities. Okay, be looking out for buying opportunities. This is a 4 hour. This is a 1 hour time frame. And if we go to 15-minute time frame, which I use as my point of entries. So it's still in alignment with the 1 hour time frame, the breaker block zone. All right, breaker block zone still in alignment with the 1 hour time frame as well. So that is it there, and you can see the other block zone below as well. Then fair value gap also there. We also had this breakout block also conference with a fair value gap zone, which is there, holding price. All right, and if we use our Fibonacci just to have a look, you see 70% discount right here, then just above the equilibrium level price is still buying. So that is because of this bullish displacement here. So the possibility for it to come back immediately is very slim. You just have possible to see price just rally to the upside. All right, so that is it for this coming week. From Monday, expect this movement. So I'm bullish. So, like I said, anything can happen. If there is a news that will come out this week, and maybe today Saturday, maybe tomorrow, it can actually disrupt this. So don't be surprised. You see, Monday, then the market starts selling. So this is what I'm saying technically for now, and then also with what is on ground uh, geopolitically, then with technical analysis, they're all in alignment. So I expect that bullish move to go. So good luck with that. Drop in the comment this same view. You have the same view, let me know. Have something else? Give me your views. Let's learn from each other. See you in the next video.